Who loves USA? That generation of Americans has either died or grown old slowly. Do they love America for the facilities, freedom and democracy offered to them? The ethnic groups mainly came to seek fortune for themselves. I came to the US more than a decade ago after my retirement in India. I have had ample opportunities to observe the Indian community, how they live here, that they have no love for this country. Otherwise, their hearts are with India. They don't mingle with American people or participate in American culture. They don't learn anything from here. They make sure to visit India at least twice a year. I wear Sampath, aka Sampath Ramanujan, a retired Indian Police Service officer, PhD in English Literature and MFA in Creative Writing and Consciousness, US. Come, subscribe to my Absurd Conversations channel. Click the buttons to like, share and get notified. Comment and keep watching. Who loves USA? Once upon a time, US flourished. They built the country brick by brick, laid the infrastructure which stands good even today. Who are they? The people who live and love their country. That generation of Americans has either died or grown old slowly. Their place has been taken less by the new generations of Americans, but more by the ethnic groups, mainly East European, Indian, Asian, Mexican, among others. Do they love America for the facilities, freedom and democracy offered to them compared to their own countries? I doubt it. The ethnic groups mainly came to seek fortune for themselves, plunder but not love. That could be one of the reasons why America declined, lack of love. I came to the US more than a decade ago after my retirement in India. I have had ample opportunities to observe the Indian community, how they live here, that they have no love for this country. They are here for the job opportunities provided by the conditions here, which are missing in India, and that's about all. Otherwise, their hearts are with India. They do their jobs, collect their paychecks, and live here. They don't participate in community developmental activities. They don't mingle with American people or participate in American culture. They don't learn anything from here. They make sure to discuss Indian politics, watch Indian TV and entertainment, etc. They make sure to visit India at least twice a year. It's India in their minds and hearts. They may hold H-1B visas, green cards or citizenship. That doesn't matter. US is not there in their hearts. They are the first to criticize US or anything. The recent bank collapse in the US was received with glee and cheer in Indian media. The reason is the Indians in the US are the ones who provide such negative feedback. For example, the Silicon Valley Bank did not collapse. It had assets worth over $180 billion when it was supposed to have collapsed. The bank withdrew $2 billion worth of bonds to invest in open market because the interest rates were higher outside. This was a regular and normal transaction. The crisis developed because of one tweet by its CEO. When asked how is the bank doing, he unwittingly said it's just fine unless there is a run on it, or something to that effect. It was like saying I'm hale and healthy unless someone shot me. Does it mean someone is going to kill me? But that's how the chicken-brained investors reacted and started a run. The government regulatory authorities stepped in and stopped the run and guaranteed the depositors. The bank was closed just for 2 days for these operations. How many people knew the truth and how many stopped spreading rumors? The fact is that the vigilant regulatory authorities stepped in well in advance to ensure safety of public money. Another reason for India's anger is that an American research institute researched Adani's growth and asked some questions. This resulted in chicken-brained reaction in India against Adani's stocks. Most Indians saw American government's hand in this. Why? And who knows? You can give a 50% chance to America and see that there is so much freedom here that research institutions bring down American companies too. Recently, I was sitting with two seniors visiting from India. An young man living in Palo Alto joined us. During the conversation, this man was bragging how India was growing fast and how, compared to India, living in America has become a drag. The visiting Indians were no doubt pleased to hear this. I was not, because I am aware of the facts here as well as in India. I simply asked him, in that case, why don't you go back to India? This same person, when visiting India, will walk with an air of superiority that he is from the US. In short, an Indian doesn't have it in him to be impartial, broad-minded or large-hearted. Life for Indians may be dull and drab and routine-bound here because of their ways of living, dull, drab and routine-bound. And there are no gossips about politicians and celebrities. Their hearts are not here but in India, and they are proud of their culture and ethnicity. They spend half their savings in travel to India every year. What they fail to understand is that they have been given an opportunity to live in a great country called US. That they have opportunities to know not one culture but several cultures here. Their worldview changes if they want to change. They get mature. They are not blinded by patriotism but get to upgrade themselves to become world citizens. But no, our man will not step out of his culture and Indian identity one bit to probe around and learn new things. I see a lot of ill will against US around the world without any basis. That moon landing was fake, that WTC bombing was a conspiracy, etc. That US encourages terrorism and arms trade, US dollar controls world currencies, and so forth. Given the opportunity, any other country will do the same or more. Secretly, every nation might be wishing they were as well off as the US. As I see, this country has, in addition to good infrastructure and vast natural beauty, equal opportunity workplaces and freedom of expression. As a retired police officer, I appreciate the good law and order situation prevailing here. In short, I have learned to see the positive side of living in the US. What US needs is a little love from the people who are living here. Sacrifices and contributions will follow. What I am saying is not only relevant to Indians, but other ethnicities too. But I am talking about what I know and observe.